And, well, it's been a lot of episodes, huh? 17 episodes we're sitting at now, Cloudy?
Yeah, including the one spinoff.
The one, it was spin-off episodes, huh? But it
Yeah.
seems, we may or may not have our guest lurking behind a building peeking out. Yeah? Oh, it looks like that's more of a not than a do. But, as mice, we had to invite a cat at some point, right?
Wait a minute. Yep.
Hello. Hi, Lumi.
Hello.
Ay. So, yes, indeed, we've got episode 17, Big Squeak Inc. interviews with our lovely guest, Lumi.
Yay!
Hi, Lumi. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing really good.
Good.
Hope you're doing well today.
I'm doing busy. I'm doing brain melts, but good is good.
Good is good. That is true.
Yep. So, life be life, brain be brain, and squeak be squeak.
Yes.
As usual, I'm your host, Saru. Typically the giant mouse, but I give the giant modifier to the guest when it's time. Isn't that right, Giant Lumi?
Die. Yeah.
And across the table from me is our usual co-host, Cloudy.
Hello.
Hello.
Me, I do the squeak, or well, not today, but
Today is not a squeaking day, huh?
yeah,
Not a squeaky day.
not a squeaky day.
Oh,
What happened to the
Steam. Steam is visible.
Oopsies.
Steam
Oopsie.
became
Steam. I am.
yes.
I'm sorry for this.
Steamy Lumi. Wait a minute.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to have the chat open, but I clicked the wrong tab.
Hey.
Yay,
It looks like we
Steam.
do got a few people stopping by that probably from your side as well. Bunch of names that I don't think I recognize yet, but you probably would.
Lavender. Heck yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Oh. Fiscal.
You're right. They are all cute.
Good.
They must be protected.
So, with that, basic introduction out of the way, we got Lumi in the background. You want to
Yeah.
walk up to one of those buildings real quick so we could get a quick guess at how tall you are? So,
Very large.
very tall. So,
Yes.
seeing as the base of the building's over there, we do have that city hole in the middle of the city for all our giant guests to stand in.
Oh.
So, yep. What do you
Yay.
think? 500 feet tall, give or take? Maybe?
Big.
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 Big Lumi. There we go.
Yeah, I'm a big cat now. Hooray.
Yep. And I've heard some claims that you are a small cat. Well, what do you have to say to those claims, especially right now?
No. I'm big and scary.
Big, scary
Yeah.
Lumi, yes.
Spooky.
Good.
Yes.
So,
Finally.
Lumi is officially the tallest person in this scenario.
Yep.
Yes.
Finally, the first time ever.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Hey. All right. Well,
All right.
with you as the big focus here, let's start off with question number 1 then. And this is a question that seems to just catch people off guard when I ask it, so we'll see how you fare.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm
Who are
Lumi.
You're Lumi.
I guess you want more depth than that.
Maybe a little, but we can just roll with Lumi and keep it going if you want.
Well, I am me. Who are you?
I am me as well. Nice to
Are
meet
you you? Or am
No,
I...
me, and you.
You, me.
Who?
Yes.
I thought who was on second?
No, who's
No,
on first?
What?
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Yeah,
skit to reference out of the blue.
But yes, I am. I'm a big scary cat. I like drawing. I've always liked drawing.
Oh.
And I do VR stuff. Yeah. I don't really do much. I kind of just talk to people. That's what I specialize in. It's just being me. That's it.
Well, there's something to be
Yeah.
said for just being around and being yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because
I just encourage others to do the same. Just be you, express yourself, and
yep.
be happy.
And not a lot of people can carry a conversation, even with the bucket. So, yeah, it's definitely something to talk of when it's like, oh, you just be yourself and talk. That intimidates a lot of people.
Well, a lot of people end up thinking that I'm good at conversation until they actually talk with me one-on-one, and then they realize I'm still a big, anxious, shy baby.
Fair enough.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, and we have some claims in the chat as well that they're not seeing the scary.
What?
How
dare.
How dare, alright. Let's see, Sure Beef and 4 are both being like, scary cat in quotes, and scary? I don't see it.
Scary.
Well, that's one building gone already. Case in
on.
point for scary?
Too fast.
Yeah.
Baba.
Hey, so that's you're into art, you have a lot of talk with people, you do stuff in VR, and
Yeah.
obviously you seem to do that stream thing as well. That's just what you do on stream, right?
I stream? Oh, yeah, I stream.
Supposedly you stream. I've heard a lot of you streaming. I see a lot of your emotes going about. You got very good emotes apparently, because
thank
everybody's
you.
like, oh, Lumi emote. This is now the default lurk I use to just peer in from afar.
I love all of my emotes so much. I made a couple of them myself, but most of them were commissioned by a particular
Oh?
artist.
Well,
But
I'm curious which ones you made and who the artist is behind all those for the others.
I made here. I'll just post a couple of mine really quick in chat.
Oh yeah, go for it.
There we go. I made these ones, and then
Baba.
I made the animated ones, and then most of my emotes were done by Sororo. Yeah. See, there's their art style, and then one of them is actually their emotes there.
I feel like I'm going to need a spelling on that because I hear that, and my emote prefix is Sarudo. So my brain's like, oh, tripping. Wait a second.
It's Ceroro.
Ceroro. Okay. Sarudo.
Yeah.
It has the
Sororo.
same SC than RR. Then my brain was just like, oh, wait a second. That...
Yeah.
Oh no.
So that's where my, brain tripped up with what Sororo. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good then.
Pog. I agree. How can I read that facing the other direction? There's a mirror behind you. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it reflecting in the camera lens.
That's some visual acuity out of the giant cat. That's like
Oh,
the camera lens is like the size of your fingernail at best, right?
Oh.
And it's half a city away.
Well, I can get closer. Yeah.
Oh, the big. Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Well,
Oh.
big examine.
Chocolate?
Yes, that is the table. It is in fact chocolate.
Oh, yummy.
Ay, so that sounds like that's got a good covering of things. Is there anything else that you do that you'd want to bring up or talk about for talking points outside of this whole sphere of Twitch, Twitter, and whatnot?
yeah. I do stream. I'm working on YouTube stuff. I did have TikTok at one point. I still have TikTok. I just don't use it. But
Fair enough.
yeah, hang out on Discord and stuff. I'd be a cat maid and go Meow. Yeah, I gotta just go around, hang out with people in VR chat, do some drawing when I have free time. I gotta make more emotes. That's something I gotta do. I got 2 more slots than I know what to do with.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh yeah, the new slots that a lot of people are finally getting those emote slots.
Yeah,
Like-
a lot of the animated ones.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
animated emote commissions, I imagine, are just gonna blow up right now.
Definitely.
Especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to give a follow-up question then, since we got, vaguely who is Lumi and what does Lumi do,
Yes.
is there any sort of backstory either to Lumi as a character or you as a streamer or person that you'd like to share? Like, what got you into streaming, or what is your character's details? Something like that.
Huh.
Well, for details of my character, well, see, I originally wrote a story, and then I've never shared it with anyone ever
Oh.
because I'm just way too anxious, and I'm like, wow, nobody's gonna like what I wrote because I'm nerdy and it's dumb.
I understand that, but if you're willing to bust it out and be like, secret lore reveal, I'm willing to listen. I'm
Yeah,
interested.
same, honestly.
well, not quite gonna be doing that here, but I mean, I can talk about getting into streaming and stuff because that's a big story. It was a lot of very specific circumstances that led to me starting, like over years, I guess. So, like the first thing that was a key factor is me starting drawing, and that happened in high school. Like, it was my last year of high school actually, and I always had this mindset of like, well, all the people who are super good at art have been doing art for a very long time, been going to school and stuff, and wow, they're really amazing. I'll never be that good. And then I was sitting next to a friend in one class, and I was watching them draw, and their art was incredible. I was like, what? How? They were like a year younger than me, and making art as good as a lot of the stuff I was seeing online. I'm like, wow, well, all right, maybe I could try it then, So that kind of inspired me to start getting into art there, and from there, I just slowly improved over time. We actually went through a lot of my old art recently, and I was very embarrassed, but I've improved a lot, so that's fun.
That's fair. Definitely a skill that you got to train, and not just like natural talent or anything that a lot of people think, right?
And because of art is like part of why I was able to get into streaming, because when I was first looking into it, like when I learned about VTuber stuff, I was thinking, wow, this looks like a way I could actually do this, because I really hate showing my appearance. I really am not comfortable with how I look, and then I see this and I think, wait, maybe I can just do that. But how much does it cost to make one of these? $1,000. I don't have $1,000 to spend on a hobby that's not going to go anywhere. I'll make my own, easy. And then
fair enough.
And I just started out doing art streams, and but how I learned about VTubers for the first time is a whole different story, and how I got into that. So
we got multiple tales going on intertwined.
Yeah,
huh?
we've got a lot of separate stories that led to a very specific moment for me starting stream, which was there's a lot. I can get more into that if you like.
Well, we can, stick on that tangent for now, and then, talk more about your time during streaming after that,
All
right?
Yeah. So what's important for this is particularly who got me into them, really. And so how I met them was such a specific circumstance as well.
Oh, no.
So I was learning, I used to share a room with my older brother, who was rather unpleasant to be around, but they're very loud, vulgar, and I'm not comfortable speaking around them. So while I was there, I would never talk ever, like no matter what. I would never even talk to my friends in private. I just wouldn't speak at all. So I would always communicate through text, or in VR, I would speak sign. I was learning sign language in Worlds in VR, and so through that, there was one day I was just there doing my normal lessons, and another friend was saying they were inviting someone. So I went to go see who was joining, and somebody joined. It was this little green hair girl, and I was like, "Hi, welcome," and they didn't understand the thing I was saying. They didn't understand sign yet. This was the first time there. It turns out that was not the person my friend was inviting.
Oh,
It was just coincidence. I found the wrong person, but I just went and chatted with them anyway, and
fair enough.
we sort of got to know each other, and she's actually been my girlfriend for 2 years now. So that was a very specific story there with the timing that she joined that world when I was actually looking for somebody there, because I never actually go out of my way to talk to people. So
Yeah,
was,
that sounds like a hell of a circumstance to just lead to what it is
Yeah.
now. Then, huh?
and she only joined because she saw a video on YouTube one time about the deaf and mute community on VR
Oh.
chat, and so she wanted to come check it out, and so I met her there. It's like, and so yeah, we've been together for a long time, and she is what got me into VTubers originally. It's because she got into them. She really loved watching Pecora. So
Okay.
we would just watch the translated compilations and stuff together, and it was really fun. And that's how I like really learned about VTubing stuff for the first time. Then I was like, whoa, maybe I can get into this VTubing stuff, but only if I can afford it. And then because I was drawing, I can afford it because I can just
Yeah.
make my own. And then what inspired me to actually start streaming was Sororo, the emo artist I mentioned before,
Uh-huh.
because I've been subscribed to their Twitch for 2 years now as well, actually, for
Oh.
probably over that,
Okay.
for a long time, for longer than I've been streaming, just
Mhm.
because I love their art and they did art streams. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. I'll try that because nobody will ever see my art no matter where I post it. I keep posting it on DeviantArt and Twitter and whatever. Nobody ever sees my art. So I'll try
yeah.
streaming it. I'll try streaming. See what
Hey,
happens.
traction
And-
on the social media stuff is really, hit or miss a lot of the time, huh?
Yeah. Like I didn't have any connections, so nobody would see it to like repost it or anything. So it kind of
Yeah.
just sat there.
I definitely
My-
understand that.
my friends would like my posts and that's it. You all right?
Yeah, accidentally hit my mic.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Oh, lordy.
Careful. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, talking about how nobody would ever see my art ever. Yeah, I get easily sidetracked. By the way.
Oh, that's
I-
fine. We'll be
this
full of
happens
side
frequently,
tangents.
Where I'm always I try to tell stories on stream, and then I'm like reading the chat, and I get distracted on a completely different subject, and then where was I again? But yeah, so I started streaming, doing art stuff
Mhm.
from there, and I didn't at the time I didn't actually know there was a VTuber community at all, and this was also just a month or two before HoloLive English and the whole VTuber boom happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that really swept onto the scene like a hurricane.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just drawing, doing my own streams I only streamed like once or twice a week, for
Mhm.
like a month or so. And I was just doing these little art streams, doing some doodles. I made one fun drawing that was like a waitress. And I just took people's orders from chat. And since I had like 2 people in chat, I also went to Discord and just messaged a bunch of friends like, hey, do you want anything?
Fair
And
enough.
I drew those on the tray she was holding. So we had some ridiculous things. We had like apple juice, an alcohol, spaghetti and meatballs. Just whatever random stuff people wanted in a cup. We had some
Very
popcorn.
diverse recipes.
Yeah, So, but I would start drawing, and like maybe 2 people would watch me. It was great. I had a good time, and then eventually, like after a couple of weeks of doing this, I was thinking, I wonder if there's other VTubers. So I tried looking through the art category and just scrolling down until I found one, and the first one I found was a Turnip, which is somebody probably nobody here knows, but because like they were a pretty small VTuber as well.
I've
But-
heard of turnips, but I'm not sure I know this one in particular.
It was like a Turnip QAQ is how their name was spelled.
No clue.
And- Yeah, they were the first like VTuber I watched. Yeah.
I think I remember a name like that.
Oh
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
They have since stopped streaming, which made me very sad.
Aw.
But,
Actually,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's turn up that I'm thinking.
Yeah,
about.
you know
oh
that?
no.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Yeah.
Ah.
It is. Yeah, it's upsetting that they stopped too. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, if it's for themselves, I understand their decision, but still, it's like,
Yeah.
oh darn.
Graduation, as the community's taken to calling it, is,
Yeah.
bittersweet.
Huge
It's like, yeah, take your time to yourself. Be happy. Also, oh no, we don't get to see more of you. It's like,
Yeah. It was just
yeah.
kind of sad because they were the first like independent VTuber kind of thing, that I've ever
Yeah.
really watched, and they got me into community because I met them, and I joined their Discord, and then in their Discord I found, wow, there's a lot of VTubers here.
Well,
I didn't know there was a whole community of VTubers.
there's a
I
whole
thought
lot
there
of
was just
them.
a couple. There's quite a few. I didn't know that.
They're not just a handful anymore. Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry, my giant dog is over going off again.
Well, it's a good time that you're giant as well. That way, take care of giant dog real easily right now, right?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, that was bark. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that's really how I got into streaming.
Okay.
I started drawing in high school because I was inspired by a friend who sat next to me, and then in VR chat, because I was learning sign language because I could never speak anywhere, and in that particular time where they joined the world, I just happened to be there doing my lessons and waiting for a friend to join. I met her, and then I started drawing, or I started getting into VTuber stuff, and then because a friend made a post in the Discord I was in with Sarah's art, they became my favorite artist, and I started watching their art streams, and that inspired me to start doing art streams. And
yeah.
so all of these things,
all of these factors coming together, and then you get Lumi.
Yay!
Right here. Big terrifying cat in the city.
Yeah, so that's how I got started. It's quite a list.
All right. Well, in that case, before I move on too much into the talk after the started, I do want to bring it up for anybody in chat. We do take questions from chat when there's a break in conversation, so if there's anything on your mind, feel free to ask, because Big Lumi here may be up to answer it right now. Right? Yeah. So keep that in mind if you have any questions you are curious about, and we'll move along with our questions. So, following along with the streaming topic, that was how you got into streaming and VTubing.
Yes.
Are there any major standout experiences, positive or negative, that you've had during your time streaming?
Positive or negative?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure there's been both, but the negative stuff isn't too much that I want to get really far into.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. It's just option to say either one to get whatever you want off your mind, right?
Yeah, understandable. Well, for me, like one of the really big things that was really special to me was actually the team I'm on. Being invited to that was not something I was ever expecting. Yeah, it's the Bellefleurs or Bellefleur, and it's with just 4 other people who are like good friends to me now. But like when I got invited, it was kind of just a bunch of people that I really look up to because they were like really good VR chat streamers, and I loved watching their stuff. And they invited me to join them, and I was very confused. Like, what?
Why me? I don't get it.
That does sound like it'd be a time.
Yeah, because the smallest one in the group basically was still like 4 times my size at that point. Like it was like viewership wise and stuff. So I was like, why me? Why?
What do I have to offer here? I don't get it.
But no, they just really like my streams too, and yeah.
They saw you and was like, oh, amazing. Let's get them into this.
Yeah, they just liked what I do as well. They were like, we know you're going places. We know you're gonna do well. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, what
really?
I don't know. I'm just excited.
You just hide behind building now.
Yeah. So I don't know, but it was really special to me. I wasn't expecting for that to happen, but I'm very happy that it did. It's done a lot for me. Getting to know them has been really wonderful.
Yeah, that does sound real nice. And that actually leads perfectly into the next question on the board, actually. Because a lot of times with streaming, there's the whole individual aspect, but there's also the communities involved with, right?
Yes.
And you've mentioned a few communities already. But in your time pre-stream and while you've been streaming, what are some communities you've been involved with that, well, you've been getting to know real well and possibly think fondly of?
Well, I mean, all communities have their ups and downs, but I've mostly been familiarized with a good portion of the VTubing community because I actually started out. I started out doing art streams, as I mentioned, but then I did variety streams for a long time before I got into VR chat. So
Okay.
I hadn't done VR chat until like, I don't know, well over like probably like 8 months into streaming, something like that. Pretty long. Yeah, so I got really familiarized with the VTubing community, and then when I was switching over to primarily doing VR chat stuff, then I had to familiarize myself with a completely different community because it's still similar, it's still connected with the VTubing community, but there's a lot of different people that I hadn't really gotten to know before.
Yeah.
So, getting to know a lot of people in the VR chat community, everyone is like super sweet. Although, I've noticed very much in the VTubing and in the VR community, there's a whole lot of lewd, and that's
yeah.
You know,
That's not
I mean,
everybody's energy, but oh no,
it
to each their own, I
exists.
guess. You know,
Yeah,
like,
to each
it
their
doesn't-
own.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me if people enjoy it, but it's definitely not for me. You know, but then that makes it a bit more difficult for me to kind of find people that I can connect with well, because a lot of them are people that I'm not comfortable being around when they're super lewd.
Yeah.
I do my
I
best, though.
definitely had an experience like that with VR chat where I was
Oh.
like, okay,
no.
cool. I met a friend and I'm just going to hang out with them. And they're a streamer person who, you know, has community hangouts and whatnot. And I walk in to then just be like, hi, friend. And just a couple of people sitting in the corner talking about like drugs and sex. And I'm like, what the hell did I walk in on?
So great.
Like, I was really concerned, and I'm still concerned. So yes, I understand.
Yeah, it's I see it a lot both in VTubing and in VR chat, and I think part of it is probably just because of the anonymity, you know?
Yeah.
That, you know the word.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm probably going to stumble it too because my brain's been on the fritz after teaching. Anonymity?
That's
anonymity. Anonymity. Yeah.
Yes, you are anonymous.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, but in a way, that's good for a lot of things where people are able to express themselves better without being able to be worried. Although some of the things that they express still make me uncomfortable.
Yep.
And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just preference.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're being themselves. That's good to see. What does concern me is when I'll mention one of the bad experiences I had is one person that sort of like changed their whole branding to be you know, you kind of and they got this whole new model and they were kind of like going along with the character for it too, and it just felt really forced, you know. It didn't really fit them that well. They were just cute and dorky before, and then it was just that's a lot of lewd. Then they did a couple streams and they got tired of it because they weren't enjoying it anymore. It's like, well, yeah, that probably wasn't the smartest idea.
That sounds like it's oh jeez.
That's a heck.
The big whiplash, huh?
Yeah. I gotta find the wholesomeness. I like the wholesome streamers too much.
I've been, you know, hanging out with some people, and I think a little bit of my brain's getting corrupted in some conversations because I'll be like, oh wait, that's a cursed thought. But now I'll
Oh,
share
no.
it because so many people make cursed humor that I'm hanging out with that, you know, I gotta say it at least, right? It's like, oh no.
Yeah?
Oh, you're being stared at. Yeah?
Sir. Is there something you'd like to confess? Mm-hmm. No? You good?
Yeah?
Yeah?
I make curse guns. There you go. There you go. That's it.
Alright.
Hey,
Whatever you say.
That's all I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, point that was touched on a couple of times, especially with VR chat and VTubing, as Lumi gives Cloudy the death stare of judgment,
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
is that with like VTubing and VR chat, a lot of self-expression really does come out that is just something that wouldn't be too possible if you're just people in a room, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So
I see that a lot more.
a lot of people
People are
really
also
just
a
get
lot
to
more
be
cuddly.
themselves. A lot more. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
Although, you know,
Very cute.
in my experience, that may just be the total lack of, you know, human interaction I've had for years, being like, I need to hug people, and VR is close enough.
True. I suppose that's a good reason as well.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh, I can hug you, even though we're hundreds of
Yeah.
miles away and in quarantine. Oh, Lord.
VR cuddles are the best. That's great. Yeah.
True.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. And before I bounce into the next question, because I think we've touched on the next question's answer, it looks like Four did want to bring up their two usual questions.
That's
And
you,
also,
yeah.
oh, hey, we do have the catgirl in chat. Hello, SSR Nicole.
Hi, Neko.
Aye. So, Cloudy, you want to take one of those questions and
Oh,
I'll bounce the
yeah,
other one?
Sure.
All right.
My brain's like, I know this one. Like, it's like in my head. It's engraved into my head now.
It's in the
'cause
tip of your
4.
tongue.
Yeah. So, Lumi.
Yeah?
If you were to appoint a person, just anybody, to be president of the internet, who would it be and why?
President of the internet?
Mhm.
Yes.
Of the entire internet.
The
Of the entire internet.
Yes.
All of it.
That's not quite a question I was expecting to be having here.
No, but that's what you get from audience questions.
Alright, I'm gonna say Angel just because Sarah said not to.
You know, that works. And they immediately go, God damn it. Yep. Well, that's fair enough. We've had some answers that, appoint a particular popular figure, and some answers that are just like, me. Give me the power. I want to go mad with power.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I wouldn't want that. That's
No.
too much responsibility.
Too much responsibility. You'd have to be responsible for the whole internet.
Yeah.
So, man, a lot of crazy stuff happens, you know.
Gonna
Way
get some
too
water
much
from this
crazy
fountain
stuff.
down here.
Oh, water fountain.
Oh.
Yes, it's not like, the tiny fountains you see on universities or in, public buildings. Actually, just like a big old special design fountain down there. It's out of shot. Nobody ever gets to see how it looks.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
Work.
And Four's other question, if you wish to answer it, is if you were to suddenly be on the news everywhere that you've been arrested for some sort of crime, what would people assume you did?
What would people think I did if I was
Yep.
arrested for a crime?
Mm-hmm.
This is one that gets answers all over the place. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like most people that know me would be very, very confused as to what could have possibly happened.
and that is an answer we get as well. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even swear. Like what would people think that I've done?
So
Oh no.
they get the wait, no, they're innocent, and also who framed them type of claims. Yeah?
Probably.
All right, fair enough, and there goes a couple of the audience questions. Oh, we have an audience answer to that question too. We got an assumption from them. The
What's
crime of being too cute.
How dare you?
Oh, okay, that's okay. I would be arrested for scaring somebody to death with my roars. No, I gave him a heart attack.
Oh,
I was
okay.
That's
So
it.
too scary.
There we go. Yeah, I'm
Too
scary.
scary gave a
That's-
heart
that's what
attack.
happened.
Yeah.
Got it.
Accidental murder.
Accidental.
Yeah.
Casualty of cute. It's acceptable in law.
Scary.
Ay. All right. Back
No,
on to
I
our
would accept
mainline
that.
questions until somebody pops up in chat with another one.
Okay.
You've mentioned a couple of your influences already, but I wanted to formally ask, are there any inspirations or direct influences that led you here? You've definitely touched on a lot of it, so if you want to
Yeah,
go into a little
the-
more detail with them, go ahead.
Yeah, the artist I mentioned who did my emotes, I
Mm-hmm.
they're the only artists I would commission for stuff relating to stream, just because it's like a special story to me. You know, it's a very special case.
Fair enough.
Everything else, I kind of just make myself because I feel it's more unique that way. But it's a special case for them because they were an inspiration for me starting streaming in the first place, and for my current art style. It's similar to theirs now. I
get that.
actually found out about the artist because a friend just made a post of one of their drawings a long time ago in a Discord I was in, and I found them through that, and it's like, wow, I love this. So they're just my favorite artist. So that's definitely one big inspiration.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
For I feel like I don't
Oh.
have too much inspiration for actual just stream stuff. I kind of just be me and just do what I do.
You just kind of showed up one day.
Yeah, I kind of just started drawing, and I just wanted to draw. I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I was like, maybe one day a whole 5 people will get to see my art for the first time ever. Maybe. I hope someday. But
Well, from what I've been hearing, especially with the announcement a couple months back, there's been at least 5, right?
there is at least 5 now, maybe 6. It's pretty close. But
And I've heard
yeah.
the number 7's involved somehow.
Number 7, 7, 8, 9.
Oh yeah, that sounds like an
Yeah.
appropriate,
Mhm.
scary story.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky. What else? Inspirations.
So mainly the one artist that you look up to and you want to go to for any commissions.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple other
Oh.
streamers that I really enjoy watching, but nothing that's like a big inspiration. Like, oh, I want to be just like them. You know, I don't have much of that.
Well, fair enough then, because it sounds like a lot of paths have just led you here, as opposed to seeing one or two shining examples and being like, this is my life
Yeah.
choice now.
Yeah.
Fair
kinda
enough.
just picked up a lot of stuff from other streamers who do similar things that I do, to try to improve the quality as much as I can, make everything better.
A little
But
bit here, a little bit there, fancy tool and
Yeah.
trick. Yeah.
yeah, Lulu from my team helped me out with the camera stuff that I use on my normal streams.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I've been using that a lot. So just whatever little things like that I picked up from everyone else to put together into my own streams. But as for how I actually act on stream, I kind of just be me. I just go. I just have a good time. Just here to have fun, chat with everyone, and just hang out.
Fair enough.
No.
Fair enough.
I don't think too far into it.
All right. I've got one last question for this category before we move on to free space and another audience question. So,
Okay.
looking back over your time streaming,
Yes.
is there anything you change in or out of your control? Like some people have events they'd like to do differently, or maybe you just say, hey, let's stop a meteor from crashing into something in deep space, and that's what we change. Any answer from logical to fantastic? Is there anything you'd have liked to change, looking back at your time streaming?
Things I would like to change. Well, I mean, there's been ups and downs, but every
Mhm.
mistake is a learning experience. So everything that's happened has helped me get better. I wish I didn't use a headset mic for so long, if that counts. Because
Well,
when I got a new microphone and I listened to the audio quality, it's like, oh wow, that's a big difference.
that's
That's way
fair.
better.
I'm sitting on, that same type of conundrum myself right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a headset mic right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it's, relatively high quality, but it's like I feel like it needs to change. I've been sitting on this for years. This is not the best option, is it? Why does everybody say it sounds fine?
You sound fine.
Oi.
What's surprising to me is the microphone I'm using right now is actually the built-in microphone for the VR headset I'm using.
Oh,
But that's the VR headset is different from the normal headset I use.
yeah,
The
that's
normal
fair.
audio headset I have doesn't have a very good microphone. But now I have a separate
Yeah.
microphone when I'm doing desktop streams instead of VR. But the built-in one on the Index is what I'm
Oh,
using.
yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's quality.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
using the Index
definitely.
myself as well, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's good, Mike.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like it a lot.
And before I open the floor up to both of you, one more chat question. Lumi, you've been given the task of starting up a streamer base on Mars. Which 4 streamers do you take with you to Mars? Yeah?
Like, I mean, Oni, Lulu, Bonji, and Kushi.
There you go.
All right. You got your 4 then.
There you go.
It's like, there you go.
I feel like some people in chat may know what I'm talking about.
Well, those names rolled off real quick from tongue, so I'm imagining, people you know fairly well, possibly that group you mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Yep.
It's 5 people. It's 5 people in total, counting myself. So 4 others.
So
There you
you
go.
just move the group to Mars and be like, here we go.
Yeah. We'll just bring everyone to Mars. Great. Now I get to hang out with them in person finally. That's a
Fair
good
enough,
reason.
fair enough.
Even if it has to be on Mars, it still sounds like a good time.
Yeah, although imagine the stream delay getting comments from Earth. It's like,
That does sound like an issue.
5 minutes later, oh hey, you responded to something I said that long ago.
Oh no.
Do you remember anything from 5 minutes ago while on stream?
That sounds terrible. I probably shouldn't bring chat-focused streamers with me, should I?
Well, it's just gonna be another exercise, right? Another training camp or something.
Yeah. Honestly, it
Alright.
would probably be it. It would be. Yeah, look, there's the full team. Thank you, Dark.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Comfy little emotes.
Yeah, we all got our own little smile.
Good.
Maybe
Alright.
maybe it would be better to bring some actual face cam streamers so I can be like, hey, look, everyone, I'm on Mars.
What do you mean? Video feeds from Mars, document anything, maybe scientific progress? No.
Not VTubers.
VTubers.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I'm going to open up the I'm going to open up the field for questions to both of you. So, Cloudy, Lumi, if either of
Yes.
you have questions sitting in your mind, feel free.
Well,
Yes.
I'll be honest, a lot of the questions that were asked were already answered. too.
Oh, no.
That's why I'm just like, sticky note. Dang.
Oh, no.
Is it just blank? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not blank. I had 3 questions written down, and then I was like, as I was listening, I'm like, oh, all 3 are answered.
Oh,
Oh, no.
no.
God, we were too thorough.
Oh.
No.
I
Sorry,
recall you
covers
wanted.
everything.
I recall you wanted to ask some questions about art in particular. Anything you could,
Yeah.
pivot off of with that?
I got at least
Yeah?
one. I got one extra one.
All right.
Um,
Oh, excited.
as a I guess I don't want to call myself a low tier artist myself. I'll be honest. I did. I will say before the whole VTubing thing took off. Lumi, I did find you before then, actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
actually, I found you. I found you first.
Fair enough.
Wow, this is some history I was unaware of.
But I will say, if you had to give any pointers to like new artists out there, what would you say? I mean, I know people would usually say just keep drawing. Honestly,
Oh yeah, practice.
obviously,
Like everyone
that's a
says,
practice. Yeah, just practice.
Yeah.
But
But
like,
I think
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think it's important to enjoy it because if you're not having fun with the process, you're not going to be motivated enough to keep practicing every day. You know,
Yeah.
that is
like
true.
don't be forcing yourself to do things you don't want to. Like if you're not
Yeah.
having fun with it, take a break, come back to it later. You know,
Mhm.
like if you're not enjoying the full process, it's going to be very hard to keep yourself motivated. That's what definitely something I learned is also having patience because when you start out drawing, your drawings are not going to be up to what you want them to be.
They're not gonna be that as you would seem. Yeah, I understand.
You're
that.
gonna finish a drawing, look at it in an hour, and be like, "That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen."
just super critical. Trying
So,
to want it in
I finish
right
a
away.
drawing and I look at it with pencil still in hand and be like, wow, this is horrible. So I definitely
Yeah, I mean-
understand that.
That's how I was originally, and it's not as bad now. Now it takes me at least a week to say that I hate my drawing, but
Oh, no.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's one other question I had too,
Mhm.
and my brain was like,
Bouncing
Okay,
away.
yeah. My mouse spring, my mouse spring went like. Hold on, wait. It went. Where is it? Come on, I'm doing this for the joke too.
Oh, no.
There you go.
There we go.
Uh,
Brain freeze, yes.
There you go.
Well,
yeah,
while
it
Cloudy's
took a minute.
thinking...
It took a minute, but
you got it?
Here we go. Yeah, I got it now.
All right.
Okay. Because I do tend to ask this at least recently. I do tend to ask this of other streamers too. If you had to give advice to anybody who were to say get into streaming or someone new, what would you advice be?
Don't look at numbers. It's not worth it.
Thank you.
I'm sure you hear that one a lot.
Numbers
I'm
make
just
sanity
like-
go bye-bye.
I'm just like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something you probably hear a lot. I've been hearing it more
I-
often frequently, which
oh.
makes me happy.
I'll be honest, because I've been asked the question to myself, and I said the same thing. Just don't even look at the numbers.
Yeah, that's something I would recommend to anyone, especially like during stream. If you're looking at the numbers during stream
Oh, yeah.
and it's like below
Yeah.
average and not what you expect, you're gonna get discouraged, and you don't want that because then the numbers are gonna go down even further.
Yep. You catch the depression
brain
and it's
shut
like...
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
brain shut down. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, everybody. One of the usuals is missing, so I'm suddenly depressed. Catch you tomorrow.
Catch you tomorrow. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. And then it fluctuates a lot, no matter what. Like
Mhm.
I have days that go up a lot, and then other days where I lose half my audience out of nowhere, and there's no way to predict that. And so if
Yep.
I'm just getting depressed every time that it's a slow day, then
Then the slow day feeds into
Yeah.
a bad week.
Yeah.
Feeds
Yeah,
into a bad
brain,
month.
brain cycles.
yeah, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't look at it. If you are going to look at numbers, do it off stream, and then still don't let it get to you.
Yeah, that's the one huge thing. Yeah. I did notice a lot of people out there, especially in terms of streaming. Everyone kind of freaks out about their numbers. They're like, "Wait, it's lower than normal. That's not supposed to happen."
Yeah.
Life happens. Life happens.
Yep.
I understand worrying about it, and like some people like talk to their friends about it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But don't let it impact your
Consume.
behavior, you know, and
consume your life.
like
Yeah.
like you should be enjoying streaming just for doing it, not
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
because of however many people are watching, you know.
Yeah, a couple of points here. One, analytics are a tool for information. Don't value your life on it. And two,
That's good.
the average is the middle point. As in, there's
That's
above
not the-
and below.
Yeah, it's not the full thing. And
You will-
I will say, looking at analytics, it can be a thing to help.
Mhm.
Like, hey, what can I improve upon?
Yeah.
If I did anything wrong, you know, it's
Yep,
like
yep, yep.
look, you know, be a little not too critical, but to a point, you know, a little bit to where it's like, hey, my audio cut off. Did you know, small
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
And
I
then-
felt the audio thing though. I said that.
Mhm. Another thing that's a little helpful is like recognizing patterns. Like I know Fridays are always very slow days for me. I'm not quite sure why, but I
Hmm.
know it's nearly always that way. So like when I'm streaming on Fridays, I'm expecting chat to be a little slower, and when I look at the numbers after, like I have lower expectations. So I don't get disappointed when it's significantly lower than the day prior, you know?
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It's
Yeah.
just like, oh no, it's a slow day.
It's a slow
Well,
day.
Can't say I didn't see it coming. Oh well, you know, and just move on.
Just no expectations. I go in, I'm having fun. That's it.
Yeah, then go in next stream on Saturday, and it's right back to
Mhm.
normal. And it's like, yep, yay.
I'd be curious to like dig around the reasoning, but we can't really get past that with just our number display, right? Like it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, we can speculate, but we don't have any.
Yeah.
But
You know,
not the full,
Like,
not the
solid.
full answer.
I could be like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe people are just like, finally, work week over. Let's just brain collapse, and that's why. But I don't know.
Yeah. No.
People are too busy partying that early
Oh,
in the
yeah.
afternoon.
Party
Drink-
hard
everyone-
early
everyone
Friday,
drinks
right?
On Fridays or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I stream like early afternoon, but all of the Europeans are busy partying, so none of them show up. That's what happens.
Yeah, I've from work on my phone while I'm teaching like 20 to 30 little kids, I'll occasionally sneak a peek and be like, "Oh, hey, Lumi streaming." Well, I can't do much within this classroom full of kindergartners, but you know, Lumi's over there.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah.
And one
But-
minor point from chat,
Mhm.
we had very bouncing Lumi over there, right? They're apparently feeling some earthquake thanks to that. Big cat bounce makes big,
Oh.
shakes.
Bing, bing, bing.
Shake, shake, shake. Oh no.
Uh-huh.
All right, that was the minor chat interruption.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions
darn, I
along
spelled it
that
wrong.
line? Oh,
I wanted to blame the earthquake for me breaking a building again.
it's fine. It's
it's
fine.
the
Nobody
earthquake's fault, I swear.
noticed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no
shit
one
didn't
knows.
happen. Don't look at my message.
Nothing happened.
Typing in VR is hard.
Sorry,
Jesus, yeah.
We'll cut it out in post. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Are you gonna teach me how to edit videos?
Near them.
You know,
Oh no.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, field's still open. Lumi as well. Do you have any questions you want to ask of us or the audience?
See, this was something you told me to prepare in
Uh-huh.
advance.
Uh-huh.
And I spent a lot of time thinking about it, and I couldn't come up with anything. Because, see, as I mentioned,
Yeah.
people think I'm good at conversation because my streams are mostly chat focused, but I'm really not. I'm not good at
That's-
thinking of things to talk
That's
about.
fair.
Yeah.
Nothing off the top of your mind either?
I kind of just do whatever chat's talking about, or I just tell stories. I just come up with whatever stories can come to mind.
I see. Well,
We
in that
we
case,
talked a little bit about like starting streaming advice. I can talk about some other stuff for like advice for like growing streaming.
Mhm.
If we want to just get some other subjects.
we could.
Yeah.
If you feel like you'd want to talk about that, feel free.
Yeah.
I was just
Um,
gonna pivot over to a quick chat question because it was
Oh,
there
yeah.
for a while,
Let's go for that.
and it's one of Four's bonus questions. So, like the two before, you already know it's kind of out of left field, right?
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh no.
what outrageous conspiracy theory do you think might actually seem like a logical argument or might have a case?
I'm not familiar with enough.
You're not
wild
familiar with conspiracy
theories.
theories?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not as educated on those.
Not
as I
even
should
like
be.
the
Not
broad
cultured
strokes, like what do you think about aliens or whatnot?
Catgirls are real.
Is that a conspiracy theory?
Yeah. Actually,
Oh.
now became one, apparently.
Are you a
Yeah, I'm-
conspiracy theory, Lumi?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go with that one. I think catgirls are real.
Cat girls are real. Good evidence for it
True.
there.
Yeah. Right?
Cat. I'm a cat, right?
Oh my gosh. Everyone keeps bullying me. No one wants to say that I'm a cat.
No one wants to say you're a cat.
No, I'm bullied.
No.
Wha-
What do they say instead?
Well, it used to be they would bully me saying I'm like a fox or a wolf or something
Oh.
because I got a very fluffy tail. I don't know if you can see it if I get far enough back. Now it's under the building.
Oh,
Oh
no,
well. But
it is down
but
below.
now they bully me for my ears, saying I look
You know-
like a panda.
You know, if we
I-
wanted to go to space, we could probably see the tail.
Oh. I could just start sort of. Wait, oh wait.
No, I mean,
There's
we could change set for a moment.
wait,
bring
I
you
can
to
just climb on
space.
this little building here. Look.
Oh,
There we
climbing.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
yep. That's a very
Yeah.
fluffy tail.
It's very fluffy. There we go. That's better.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well-
yeah, they would bully me because I have a fluffy tail. But
There's cats with the fluffy tails. But
There are cats with fluffy tails.
There it is.
Yeah.
but then now they bully me for my ears and say I'm a panda instead.
Hey,
So it's they kind of switched course there.
You know, I understand that pain though, because there's someone in chat right now asking all these absurd questions. That
Yeah.
instead of calling me a mouse, calls me rat.
How
All
dare.
I
the
get called rat,
time
too.
for
Yeah.
all the time.
Criminal.
Hi, Four. How you
How
doing?
dare they?
Let's see. Oh, Four, who asked the question earlier, does agree with your answer though? Cat girls are real. They have two
Yay.
cats and they're both girls.
Aw.
You know?
Well, they're gonna have to tell me where the cat pics are posted because I love seeing cats.
Oh.
Cats are cute.
Four, it sounds like you got to share some cat pictures, right? All right.
Yeah.
So, before the minor side question, I believe you were bringing up some tips and thoughts you had about growing your stream or something to that effect.
Well,
Growth as a content creator.
yeah, I've always very much cared for, particularly on my own streams, stream quality and making it as good as I can. Because no matter what I'm streaming, if it doesn't look good, it doesn't sound good, people aren't going to stick around
Yeah.
for too long, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, I put a lot of work into, especially when I started out stream, with making my own overlays, making my model. Like, within a month or two of me starting streaming using a Vroid model, I was really enjoying it. So I ended up just deciding, you know what, 2D models are pretty. I think I'll make one. And so I did. I made a 2D model. It took me 3 days. And I was so excited about that.
Like that sounds like it's incredibly fast.
Yeah, the first day was the art. I finished the art for the model in the first day. And then the second day was learning live 2D, and the third one was finishing the model in live 2D.
Hey. That's impressive.
I was really speed running because I had a lot of motivation because I was really enjoying streaming. I really wanted to make the stream quality better, and I was like, yes, I can do this. I can learn how. Doesn't matter if I don't know how to do it. I'll learn it. I got this. And I was just like, artistic inspiration strikes. I got to use it, you know? So I went for 3 days straight. I would wake up, I would be drawing until like I make food or something. And then I would get back to drawing and just keep going all day. It was just nothing but that for 3 days, basically. I was just so excited. I just couldn't stop.
All right.
And yeah. And then a little while later, like a month or two later, is when I got my cat maid outfit. And that's been sort of been a recurring thing since then. Of course, this isn't my main, this isn't my 2D model, but I've been using maid outfits since then with just various models. Even got different hair for this one. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I thought it looks pretty
nice.
this way. Yeah. So
very
I've
much
just
so
been.
indeed.
Yeah, I thought the maid model on the maid outfit on my 2D model was gonna be a like something I switched between, but it turned out just being the only one I ever used because then I liked that one a lot more than the original, and so I never
Fair
went back to the
enough.
first model.
Fair enough. Huh?
Yeah. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Stream quality, improved stream quality. I made all the overlays, I made the model, I did everything I could to make it look visually prettier. I thought my microphone was good, even though it apparently wasn't as good as I thought it was until I got a new one. And then it's like, well, heck, it was good enough for the time though. Like it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible, but it's definitely better now. And then also another thing to improve stream, aside from like visual and audio quality, is one thing you can do is just watching your own stream VODs helps a lot. Like, especially if you watch streams that you personally enjoy watching, watch streams that you like, you'll sit there for hours and not realize how fast time is going, Just go to those streams and watch them, and then watch your own stream and see what parts you're enjoying or not enjoying from your own streams compared to them. Like compare your streams to the other ones that you want to be like, that you enjoyed watching, and see what's different. So like a lot of that for me at first was I would watch it and I would be like, wow, this is really boring. Why am I so quiet?
Oh no.
So I started to figure out how to talk more, and I started practicing with coming up with random conversation topics based on, whatever's in chat. Like sometimes chat would get really slow, so I would read back on chat and then use whatever people were talking about to come up with a story. So,
Makes sense.
Like I've sort of like trained my brain a lot to be able to just read a message in chat and then come up with a story from it. So I'll pick a random one. Lumi, where should I post pictures of my children? Oh, well, I mean, then I could talk a lot about how I was raising my little brothers when I was a kid. Let's go with a different one. The other one was...
That's for asking where to post the cat pics.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know. What server am I on? We'll figure that out later. I got a lot on my phone.
We'll let you know for...
Story about phone. I talk about one birthday that I was crying because I broke my phone because I dropped it on the road when I was playing Pokemon Go.
Oh no.
So yeah, I'll just read a sentence and be like, childhood stories or something. Figure out something.
Where does brain go?
Search
Where does
quickly.
Go.
Yeah, just come up with stories just as quickly as I can just from reading something. So I constantly have something to talk about, and I never have moments where it's just like,
well,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, So that's something I've sort of trained to do, is just be able to come up with something to talk about just by reading any random subject, any random sentence. If no one's talking in chat even, I'll just read a sentence in a game I'm playing and just be like, oh yes, that reminds me of the time I went to the ice cream truck. I don't know. just come up with something random. Just something to talk about. It doesn't matter what. Just keep talking,
Yeah. And to interject for a moment, because you mentioned something that I bring up quite a few times whenever it's in topic. The, and those types of filler words that a lot of people wind up depending on.
Yeah.
So when I was going through university and doing presentations, that was one of the big things they harped on people to stop doing. No filler words. You got to know what you're saying and say it. You have to keep the flow going. Presentation and talking and just hanging out and streaming have a lot in common of just like, you got to keep going. You got to keep it flowing. So, yeah, that's my contribution.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely recommend watching your own streams. Compare them to other streams you enjoy watching. Like check for the quality of how everything is visually with audio and also with just stream behavior, how they act on stream. Like I don't remember any currently, but I remember I had a lot of habits that I had early on that I was just like, okay, well, that's not something I want. Or I would like watch my own stream and I would hear a lot of keyboard clicking and I'm like, okay, I gotta find something to fix that. I gotta do something about that.
How do I solve the keyboard ASMR? Teach me your ways.
Yes. I got the microphone closer to my face, turned down the gain, and I got an audio filter now, so it works better. My only issue then is that if I'm using those, then whenever I speak too high pitch, it cuts out my voice. So
no.
It's not a perfect system, but it's better than it was.
Yeah. It gets along.
And yeah, in most things, I can just go without the audio filter anyway, unless I'm playing like some intense game, like I'm playing a shooter or something, then I gotta have it on, because I pressed the keyboard quite a lot there.
Yeah. Action gameplay tends to be, how many
Yeah,
buttons per second? Way too
Clickety
many?
clackety. Yeah, quite a bit.
Clickety-clackety,
Quite a few.
clickety-clackety. Oh, I got a gamer focus for a second. Clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety.
Yeah, and then another thing was when I used to play Siege a lot actually when I started doing game streams. And one thing I was noticing is when I was watching my own streams back, I was thinking, okay, if somebody doesn't understand Siege or like they haven't played Siege before, they're going to have no idea what I'm doing or why I'm doing any of this. Why am I shooting at a wall? Don't worry about it. So I decided, okay, when I'm streaming, when I'm playing games like this, I need to explain what I'm doing so people who aren't in the loop about the game I'm playing in particular can actually follow along with the gameplay,
Or at least,
They
the
kind of
finer
understand.
details as opposed to all the broad strokes, like holding a gun pointing forward. Most people can understand that.
Yeah.
Shooting at a wall? Why?
Yeah, or
Why?
though I'll like explain the gadget. Like there'll be times where I play as like the Valkyrie who has 3 throwable cameras, and then I'll ping the floor and then run downstairs and throw a C4 on the ceiling, and people will be like, "What are you doing?"
It's called tactics.
Yeah, see, I put a camera in the corner to watch this room in particular, and then I'm putting a C4 on the floor underneath them, so that when they enter that room, I see them on the camera and can remotely detonate it. So it's stuff like that where I have to explain everything that's going on. Where somebody will just be like, yeah. It's one that's like, it's not even visible from any gadgets or anything. Like you can't find it anywhere unless with ID. Yeah.
I'm just like,
just a lot of stuff
crazy
that.
Please. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love that game. I used to be really good at it. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of these things I gotta explain, or else people will be very lost. It's like, why are you throwing that on the ceiling during prep phase? I thought you used that when you're fighting people. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's another thing I kind of just learned to do after a while.
All right. Well,
the ponytail back.
Before I hijack any more questions, Cloudy, any questions pop into mind during this bit of conversation?
Well, besides my brain going like, "Oh my God, Siege!" Hi.
Yeah, play Siege with me then, Cloudy.
I'm just like,
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Man, I haven't played in a long time.
You want to play Siege together? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You just say yes, Cloudy. That's how you accept.
Yay! Woo!
My brain's just like, yes.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
I have never played Siege, but it looks intimidating to me. That's all I can say on it.
Yeah.
Listen, sorry. If I got you into Apex and I witnessed you just murder somebody with a shotty.
Side effects, You hand me a shotgun, I'm gonna live the shotgun life.
You were a combat medic running around. Had no idea what you were doing.
I still have no idea what I'm doing. Yes?
Blasted the man's face.
Ay. Okay.
Yeah.
Siege and Apex were the 2 big games that I played for a long time before getting into VR chat.
Okay, we need to play Apex.
I played a lot of Apex on stream too. I haven't played it in a long time, so I wouldn't be any good at it now, but I did enjoy it.
Well,
I'm good at Siege. I'm not very good at Apex, but I do enjoy Apex.
In my opinion, I'm verifiably bad at those games, so if I tag along, I'm good. I can be the bottom rung of the totem pole, right?
It's okay. If we do Apex, then all 3 of us can play together. That works out. We'll do that instead then. Yeah. Is that what we're doing after the interview's over? We're all gonna play Apex.
I'd have to make some room on my hard drive, but sure.
Yeah.
It'd be a quick download.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah. All right. So it sounds like I'm not sure where the question was at this, but it sounds like we formed a plan somehow through this.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Forgot.
I was asking Cloudy if he had questions, and he was just like Rainbow Six.
Nah. I just got sidetracked because I was like, Siege. I haven't done that in a while.
Right?
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Oh no, sidetracked brain energy is good energy. It keeps the conversation flowing, even if Lumi hide behind the building. We've been told that the audience is sometimes in those buildings. So if you look hard enough, you might be able to see somebody in one of those buildings, right? Anybody you want to just poke at and antagonize this giant scary cat?
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Where are they?
Which
Look
floor
at,
are you
like-
on?
let's see. It looks like they're peeking out, say, 7th floor.
Hmm.
Oh,
I found them.
you found them. Hey.
Yeah, I gave Sarah a head pat.
There you go. There you go. You got the pat.
I hope
from
I didn't hurt
Big
their bones
Lumi.
too much. I've had them with a finger, so it should be okay. I hope.
Finger pats are good as long as they were still there, and it wasn't like, oh, you broke everything below and made it, Yamcha crater.
Oh,
It's
no.
probably fine.
Oh no.
No,
I
they seem to
think
be
we're
okay
good.
in chat, right? Yeah.
Yes,
They've
sir.
survived the pat.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, it sounds like we've gotten, our side questions and side tangents for the second all wrapped up then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In that case, I will move on to a couple of questions, and one of which it feels like you've already answered as part of the free space, but I'll still ask it anyways to see if there's
Alright.
any more thoughts you want to share on it. You do a lot of interaction with chat, like you were saying, and how you can twist something from chat into a few minutes of story to say and keep the interaction ball going.
Uh-huh.
My particular question was along the lines of, how do you find things to say, especially on a slow chat day?
Yeah, just tell stories. When
Mhm.
chat's slow, just talk about things. Talk about what's on your mind, things that have happened recently. Sometimes I'll just talk about my day or what's been going on recently, and other times I'll delve back into memories and talk about things that I either haven't talked about yet or that I haven't talked about in a while. And it's okay to tell the same stories multiple times on stream. I mean, maybe not on the same stream, but
Yeah.
Oh, Lord
Like-
knows I get more than my mileage out of one student in middle schools telling me they don't need math, they're gonna be a stripper. It's like, what?
Oh, oh yeah, that's right.
Oh no.
Yeah, I get to tell
Uh-oh.
that story every now and then because this 13-year-old straight face tells a substitute teacher that, and it's like, oh no.
Oh yeah. I've got plenty of stories that I can tell several times just because, well, they're pretty funny stories, but also
Mhm.
like not everyone who is there the first time you say it is gonna be
Yeah.
there the second time. Or there will be a lot of new people there that haven't heard it before. And the people who have heard it before, if they're sticking around
Mhm.
and they've been in your streams for that long, well, they wouldn't mind hearing it a second time,
Yeah, their eyes might light up. Oh, we're hearing this story again.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I remember that. Or like maybe you'll tell it a little bit of a different way than you did the first time, and they'll get more information they didn't have before, Yeah.
As long as you're not, well, maybe you could just mess with chat as well and tell the
Mhm.
story, but change one detail in particular every single time, so it never matches up.
Oh no. Well, I wouldn't want to be actually lying to people. I'm telling the stories based on my memory the best I can.
That's fair, but
That would be pretty funny though.
let's just say like, oh yeah, and that cat, it was it was a blue cat this time,
Well, it was a blue cat.
or we had an orange cat. Next
That
time
was
it's
blue.
gonna be a green cat.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we do a blue cat.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop. Blue hide behind building.
Yeah.
Squeakity squeak squeak. Even the cats squeak better than me, Cloudy. Send help. How do I squeak?
Squonk. Oh.
Oh no.
Squonk. I love that.
Alright, so telling stories or just talking about yourself, what you're thinking, what's going on in game. Find something to go on about. That seems to be
Yeah.
the idea, right?
Yeah, I'll typically just read through chat messages and think of like every word in a sentence and try to connect it to something in like I remember from growing up.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that definitely sounds like a way that'd be pretty handy for people.
Yeah.
In that case, I do have another Lumi specific question here.
Yes.
And with a lot of our interactions, you've mentioned that it's very informal, it's very casual conversation a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Has that caused any sort of trouble for you when people have been approaching you at any point where it's like, oh, hello, and you talk casually, and they're just, all business, this, that, or the other way?
Not too often.
Not too often?
Yeah, not too much usually. Most people are pretty casual with everything I do. Like we'll talk about important stream stuff while we're in a comfy world cuddling or something, it's just cozy. It's
Fair
not
enough,
very
fair
formal.
enough.
It's just, it's even the business stuff is very different in streaming,
Yeah.
Yeah. Bark. Sorry about that.
I just know that some people, small talk doesn't really suit them a lot of the time unless it's opened up. So, has there been a lot of people that you've been talking with that you, with your casual mannerisms, get to talk a lot more than you might have expected when you first met them then?
Yeah, there's been a lot of people, and something I sort of realized with I guess like growing as a streamer is that just as much as you don't care about your own numbers, nobody else cares about theirs either. Like I never see people be like, no, I don't want to talk to you because you're not a big enough streamer for me. It's like, no, that's
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody like that.
I've heard the
But-
horror
but that's
stories, though.
also, oh yeah. Yeah, that's also just a constant worry for people. It's like, whoa, big number scary. I can't talk to that person. Oh no.
Oh, Lumi have big number. How I reach out and invite to talk show. Hi.
Yeah, you just message me and we just chat. I'm just a
Yeah,
person.
and then we just have
Yeah, that's-
conversations. Wait, we're
that's-
people?
Yeah, that's one thing I have a difficulty with is actually meeting people as a streamer. It's
Yeah.
I much prefer meeting people as a person than as a streamer, Like I like it better when people don't know that I stream. It's easier that way because when people know
Fair
that I'm
enough.
streaming, then I have to constantly be like, oh, okay, so what do they want to talk to me for? Do they actually want to be my friend, or is there some other motive here?
Yeah.
We sit here. Oh, Lumi have big number. Interview go better. Yes. Like those motives can sit in people's minds real transparently at time, huh?
Yeah, and it's like I like the way you set it up. Like you were really sweet about everything. And like you didn't ask me to post anywhere about it when we started. I mean, I did in my Discord. I announced it and everything. I announced it on stream, and it's like I wanted everyone to be here because I enjoy talking with you. You seem like a really nice person from our interactions, and I thought this would be fun. It's my first time doing something like this, and I was like, "Hey, everyone, look, I'm gonna be over here."
I hope it's been a fun time so far. Huh?
Yeah, I've really been enjoying it.
Good.
But yeah, it's like you never like pressured me to do anything like that. I was just like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this thing, and I think it'll be fun. You should check it out.
I think a lot of my approach with that is like, okay, I have an idea. It's somewhat silly. I'm gonna pitch it, and the most important thing I try to throw in there as like one of the ending lines is, if you're interested, let me know. If not, no worries. Have a good day. That type of line.
Yeah.
Because you do you. If you were like, no, I'm terribly afraid of, standing here and just talking or something. I'd be like, okay, well, I offered anyways. Have a good day.
Yeah, that's a really good way to do it, I think. I like that.
Good.
I think it also helped that we sort of had interactions prior. So like I sort of got to know you before you like reached out.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of glimpses of you from the Hamu. Was it the Hamu debut around the time or the interview? I forget.
I was there for Hamu's debut stream, and she played Outlast. So
oh right. That's what it was. The Hamu, one of Hamu's streams you were lurking in, wound up rating to an interview, and that was like, oh hey, there's a Lumi in chat. Wild Lumi appears.
Oh, that was way later. Okay, I was thinking of something different. Yeah, that was my first time.
There's something different, but Hamu was the common factor in both.
Yeah, and then I also knew Cloudy, so it kind of worked out. I just knew both of you already.
I wasn't aware that you knew Cloudy actually.
I met Cloudy.
That's news to me.
A long time ago. I don't know.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
It's
like a really long time ago.
We haven't like actively interacted on stuff, but I've sort of known them for a long time, and they've always been a really positive person, which I really appreciate.
Me shy boy, I don't talk
That's
that
fine.
often.
It's understandable.
Cloudy, I'm just gonna say something real quick though.
Yeah.
You do seem to be known everywhere that I see. Because whenever I bring up Cloudy, they're either like, I already know them, oh, it's that cool mouse dude, or otherwise just like instantly accept your presence there. Because I've had yet to have somebody be like, oh, wait, who is this Cloudy person that you've said is the co-host? Like, people seem to like you, Cloudy, for one reason or the other, right?
Cloudy's great.
Cloudy's adorable. They're so
And now he's
positive and
flustered.
nice. It makes me really happy.
Aye. Well,
Adorable.
ay.
Make 'em.
And you know, I imagine you could probably just get close to the building and probably give Cloudy a good pat, right?
Well, my arm would go behind the
Well,
building.
you know, we can solve that with the power of, we claim you just walked for a few seconds, right?
I'm walking.
There you
really-
go. There you go.
Oh, wow. That was a
You've walked.
long walk. Here you go.
Yes, very long walk.
There you go. Head pat for Cloudy.
There you go. And he panics in chat.
Adorable.
Yes.
Cute. Precious. Aw.
All right. And then Lumi Fi falls back to being able to. Oh, that's very close. Oh,
Hi.
Lumi zoom.
You got games on your phone?
Yeah, but I'm not sure you could play them at that size. You're gonna
Okay.
have to, big finger issues, right? You know,
Fine.
maybe we need to get like a big touchscreen on the side of the building, though. What do you think? Big touchscreen for big guests?
Yeah. Man, gotcha games really hit different.
Oh no. Yeah. I'm trying not to completely throw the source anywhere, but that is the big. The big. Oh.
Oh.
She's going for the table.
Oh.
Should we offer up the table?
This table has served its purpose for a long time.
All right. Table, rise.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. Do you wish to consume the table?
Yes.
All right, have at.
Yum 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 yum. Oh.
Oh,
Darn, I ate it too quickly.
that.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, it was smaller
that-
than I thought.
yeah. Side effects of very big, scary Lumi, right?
Darn.
Oh well. It was good. It was a delicious table. That was pretty yummy.
Yeah. I don't think this is actually the first time a guest ate one. That very first interview, a guest ate the table too, right? Nori?
Really?
That's why the table's
Okay.
chocolate in the set, because we didn't have a set built. And
Yeah, then
Nori and
I-
Cloudy were like, hey,
I
table's
kinda
chocolate.
sucked on it, I kind of.
So that's the story behind the chocolate table there that you have now consumed.
I'm sorry.
It was too delicious.
It's reached its lower end. It's good.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no.
it may have reached its lower end, but we're going to be seeing it next episode. You think I can afford tables that aren't made of food? Yeah.
Let's hope you had to get a table this small, huh?
You know,
Hmm.
if we're not actually small right now, you're
You're
just
not-
very big.
Uh,
I'm
Well,
like 6
how'd you
foot
get a
tall.
table
Something.
that big made out of chocolate then?
How'd we get a
Who's
big
making
cat?
tables?
Well,
Magic.
don't worry about that part. That's not important.
Budget. Anyways.
The budget.
You spend your entire budget on chocolate.
Well,
You know,
we may have low priorities on the budgeting, especially since that time Hamu stole all the toilet paper and then rerouted our entire budget to steal more toilet paper.
Oh no.
yeah, and I
Right?
was the one who was in on it, so
Oops.
Oh no.
listen.
No.
listen. Hey, I need my bonus somehow, right?
Ay.
Uh-huh.
Well, in that case, seeing as we've lost our table,
Darn.
as we go towards these last few questions to wind it down, there's a few
Yeah.
things I want to bring up to think about. One, whenever we send off the raid for an interview, we leave the target message up to the guest. So,
Oh.
if there's anybody online right now that you'd want to send the raid to, you may want to take a moment to, ponder that.
Hmm.
As
Pondering
well,
more.
as well,
Mhm.
we could now, since, well, you've destroyed some of the city and you've eaten the table, how would you feel about being planetary size and being able to hold the Earth and the Moon, huh? Maybe take a bite out of those.
Oh. Is the moon made of cheese, like people have told me? Is that
Yes.
true?
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Candy
sounds
fur.
good.
Yeah.
Candy
Okay.
fur.
Hold on.
All right.
Where we go from?
Oh,
There's-
Lumi
Did I do it right
smash.
this time?
Yeah,
I
you did it
Yay.
absolutely
I
right.
had to smash one more before we go.
All right. In that case, up, up, and away to space. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Ba da ba. All
What?
right.
Someone's already taking a bite out of it. What?
Uh,
Who did this?
Listen. Normally, I'm the one who munches the, Earth and the Moon, so that
You did this?
it's once upon a time. Hi.
Hi.
Don't
see.
worry. I cut off, the chunk as well, so it's not recently
you cut it
bitten.
off?
It's safe.
Okay, good. All right, I'll go on this side just in case.
Oh, behind the cloudy.
No. No. Oh.
We don't have too many bite sequences for the Moon, but we do have plenty for the Earth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
So,
Oh.
one chomp,
No.
two chomp.
No.
Oh, that's many
Look at
chomp.
that little- What? No.
Oh, three
Oh
chomp.
my gosh.
Oh, you are really going at that planet. It is not surviving, is it?
Yummy.
It's mostly water. I'm a little thirsty.
Well, at the surface is mostly water, good for hydrating, but all the
Yeah.
core, it's kind of like a spicy caramel in my opinion.
Yeah, it's nice and crunchy too. Yummy.
Yes.
Yum.
So, oh no, she's down to the last bite.
Oh.
Well, inhabitants
fun.
of Earth, it was good knowing. You
No.
probably could, but it's very far away at the moment.
Darn.
If you want me to bring the sun closer, we can, though.
Nah, that's okay.
All
It's
right.
okay. This last segment can stay. We're good.
Oh, that last segment can stay?
Yeah.
all right.
It'll become a new. I don't know. What?
Don't worry, sorry.
You know?
We can just
So, the last time we had someone eat most of the planet, they named the last segment of the Earth. So what do you want to call the surviving section of Earth here?
Oh. A snack for later.
A snack for later. All right. Well, everybody living on a snack for later? It was nice
Yeah.
knowing you around, right?
Good luck.
Yeah.
All right. And to wrap down the interview with the last two questions I have.
Yes.
Final question number 1. Are there any major goals in the future that you have? Long-term goals?
I want to be able to move out soon. That's what I've been working on for a long time. That's planned to happen in the next couple months now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be moving across the country, going to Utah.
Mm.
I'm in Florida currently, so I go very far.
Go zoom very far.
Yeah, Zoom.
Well, that certainly sounds like I definitely was slightly aware of that because it sounded like you did a subathon, donathon, or something to that effect that went very well from what I heard.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
A
I
lot of
wasn't quite
amazing
expecting
people.
that.
A lot of amazing people showing all the great support. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the people are way too nice.
Ah.
See, I had stretch goals. They were supposed to be like the ones we don't reach.
They were
Wasn't
supposed to
get
be
that far.
unreasonable or something, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like
Yeah.
it's a SpongeBob scene where it's like, well, what do I do now? I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully that plan pans out well, especially with all the support that people are giving you, because
Yeah, definitely.
good support for good Lumi. Yes.
Yeah, so that's happening within the next couple months. We're working out plans for that, where we're actually gonna go and be and stuff. So yeah, it's been nice. And then aside from that, just keep having fun with it, and just I want to be able to grow further than I am now, primarily just to be able to be sustainable in the future.
Fair enough. Definitely good goals.
Yeah.
All right.
But-
It sounds like
yeah, just got plans for how we're gonna do that, and I'll just keep working towards things, and I think we'll get there. It'll take some time, but I'll get there.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
In that case, it sounds like those are, some good long-term plans to share. How about, still looking forward, final question. What are
Yeah?
some immediate short-term plans? Next couple of hours, days, maybe a week or so?
Play Apex with a couple mice.
Heck and squeak. This
That
sounds like a
pretty
plan.
good to me.
Yeah.
I got a fun little like sponsor stream thing coming up this weekend too.
Oh.
That'll be pretty fun.
All right. And the sponsor streams definitely help out with that whole sustainability with that, right?
Yeah.
So,
And it's one that like doesn't disrupt my normal content stuff as much. Like I can still keep playing VR chat while I do this one. So it's
huh.
so yeah.
I know a lot
Seems
of the
good.
sponsorships people get are like, play our game for 3 hours
Yeah, it's like they
and
have, like,
give our
requirements.
code. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
All right, well, in that case, it sounds like we've reached our usual conclusion then, huh?
Yay!
Thank you,
fun.
Lumi, for being a wonderful guest.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for inviting me to
And
this.
It seems like
Wonderful.
we finally gotten back to our old usual estimate of an hour and a half for the interview.
Wow!
Because a lot of our previous guests really like to ramble, and rambling good for conversation.
Yeah.
But also, we've been hitting like nearly 3 hours for some of those interviews, and it's like,
Oh my gosh.
that's a little danger, huh?
Yeah, see, I mentioned I'm not very good at conversation despite popular belief, so I cannot go on for. Well, what's really weird is my stream duration is 3 hours. I ramble for 3 hours, and I guess we're not doing that here.
Well, this is slightly more directed rambling, right? Not full
Yeah.
brain flow.
Yeah, I'm not constantly getting sidetracked with 200 subjects at once. Run from one subject to the next, back to the first, and then to a third.
Or, giving us random trivia about every country on the earth before you eat it, right? All right.
Yeah.
In that case,
no, it's just a snack. It doesn't.
It's just a snack. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the history. All right. In that case, it's about time for us to wrap up. So, I mentioned it earlier, but is there anybody online that you would like to potentially send whoever's around to?
Sorry for whatever is gonna happen on screen right now. I just need to. Sorry about that. All right, we're good now.
It's
Yeah, we're
fine.
good.
It happened.
All right. You have to take a little screenshot thing, something for a friend, really quick.
Fair enough.
Don't
Fair
worry.
enough.
All right. Who we visiting?
Yep.
I
Who
don't
shall
know.
we visit? You'll know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's fair enough. Take a few
Really-
moments, look around if you want. Otherwise, we
cute.
could just scatter on along our ways, huh?
Let's see.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Gotta find the cute beans.
Ah, yes. The cute
There's a lot
ones.
of beans. Too many cute beans, actually. That's the problem.
Hey, there's so many people to keep track of. Brain go melt.
Sprinkle.
Yeah. I can barely socialize with 3 people at a time. I would want to keep track of all these people.
Hey, we can visit Kami. They play in Siege.
Kami?
Yeah, Kami-chan.
Oh, that Kami.
Yeah, that Kami.
The Kami we know. Okay.
Oh.
Well, in that case, that's simple enough. That's simple enough. I certainly know how to spell their name. All right. In that case,
No, they're not playing Siege. They're
that's
playing
Extraction. Oh.
oh,
It's the newer Rainbow
What?
Six. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, so
there
that's
is an
cool.
extract. Oh, okay.
Forgot that came out
Oh.
recently.
In that case, as
it's a
well.
PvE. Yeah.
Oh, there's a PVE.
It's a
Rainbow-
PvE siege. Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds pretty
Do,
cool.
do I gotta buy this when I get my money next month?
I mean, I gotta buy it, honestly.
Honestly,
I-
I'm looking at this. I'm just like,
I'm sold.
you know.
But yes, as well. Any special raid message for the planet munching Lumi interview? Just off the top of the head.
You know what I usually do when I do raids on my channel is I'll pick a random person in chat and just be like, "Hey, your next message is our raid message," and then they'll. What's
All
really
right,
funny is
Joe.
when they panic and they're like, "Oh wait, and then that's our raid message. Is
I think we've got
or
about
something like that.
15 seconds, so
Oh,
next
the letter
person in chat.
R. Our raid message is the letter R.
R.
Just
R.
Just R. Yeah, there you go.
R. Okay.
R. Perfect. Just like that.
Perfect.
There you go. R.
R.
Perfect.
All right.
All
That
right.
is a very unique raid message.
I know, I love it. All right.
Take care,
you
take
for
care,
having me.
everybody. Thank you for taking along, Lumi. And bye. Ba-da-ba.